All right, Coach, you've had the guys on the ice for a couple of days right now. What's your thoughts so far?
They look really good. The pace is great. I think it's any first week of practice. There better be some excitement and energy, and we definitely have that. The execution is actually way better than we anticipated. All the new guys look great. We're really excited.
Anything that surprised you so far in the first 3 days?
No, I don't think so. I think we had a pretty good grasp on what we had, and we think this is our most complete team, and so far they've shown it. It's there's not many holes, and we don't think, obviously we're biased, but we think that the new guys complement what we wanted to add very well. We have a few of them that are older, that are ready to step in and contribute right away, like Sanchez and Miram, and they look great out there.
Coach, coming off the break, how much do you have to focus on getting these guys back in condition, before you take on these teams in China?
Part of this week is fitness testing, and they've all shown up in incredible shape. Some of the new guys, they get a little more roped than usual because they didn't come in and spend a summer session with Leanne before we started because of our trip to China. They couldn't do that. But they all came in. You could tell that they all put in the work at home, and conditioning, it hasn't been a factor. They've had great energy in their long days with fitness testing and coming here and learning new systems and then implementing new things that the new guys haven't done, and it's a lot to take on all at once, but they've done a great job managing it.
How do you prepare for the teams you're going to face over in China, or do you?
We don't. We were focused on preparing ourselves. That's all we can do. We know nothing about them. They're all going to be very good. They're professionals. It's going to be an unbelievable experience from both a cultural standpoint and a hockey standpoint. But the hockey side of it, we're just embracing what we have. We get some extra time to work with them before the season starts. 4 to 5 extra games with film. Win, lose, or draw. Obviously, it's a huge advantage for us.
Definitely. And sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you think that coming off last season, is the timing for this trip better than it might have been, say, a couple of years ago? Or does it even matter?
It's good to say. I think it's probably better now because we actually have real expectations. And this is an advantage. It's an NCAA rule that you can do this once every 4 years. So to have them come in and gel and start playing together without any other distractions, school, anything. Like, they're here just for hockey for a week. It's a big advantage, and when you can do that with what we think is going to be our best team to date, this is great timing, I think.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the planning of this trip, when it all started, who was involved in it, and how it all came about?
Yeah, so we wanted to do something special for this year's senior class there. Last year's senior class, we obviously love them, and they left the program better than they found it. They're incredible to us, but these guys came in on what we counted as our first full NCAA year. So we wanted to do something really nice for them and take them overseas. I think the initial thought was Sweden or Switzerland or Germany, and then once we started to dive into it more and understand how active our university was in China, it just made sense. It made sense, and then we investigated a little bit, met some great people over there, and it just materialized into what it is now, and I think it's going to be tremendous for our guys.
Now, talking about the experience for Peter, just what do you think that's going to be like for him, to kind of be able to, maybe, show you guys around and be a part of that in a culture aspect?
Yeah, I think he's excited for it. It's just the ultimate, piece of irony that he came here redshirted and the first Chinese-born player in the history of our program is actually going to play his first game in China. It's pretty crazy, it's just crazy how it worked out. But Peter's a quiet kid. He stays to himself, but I can tell he's pretty excited about it. He had to come back over from China for this training camp and then go back with us. So he looks great out there. You can tell he's put in work, and we're going to play him over there and let him show his stuff in front of his family and his home country.
What would you like for them to get out of this culturally?
I mean, everything. Obviously, that's the most important piece of this trip. Obviously, we've explained that to our guys. Is they're all going to a country that probably 99% of them would have never gone to had we not done something like this. And I went over in March with Kirby, our fundraising guy, and John, our equipment guy, to kind of do a quick 3-day trip setup, and it's just, they're unbelievable people over there. They really are. And the culture's different, the food's different. Going and taking our guys to places like the Forbidden City and the Great Wall of China and Tiananmen Square. Different cultural shows at night, whether it be a kung fu show or an acrobat show. We're doing all of it. We're literally not leaving any stones unturned. We're going to get them the best experience that we can. The trip breaks up perfectly. We get there, we rest, we recover, we focus on hockey for about a week, and then those last few days, it's loaded with cultural experiences. And so I think it'll be a trip of a lifetime for our guys that we'll always remember, and then just the team building and bonding that's going to happen over the course of the next 2 weeks is something you can't, I don't think is measurable.
Coach, kind of off this trip, but a lot of talk and a lot of changes going on with the overtimes in college hockey. Your thoughts on those, going to the 3-on-3 and the shootout type thing?
I mean, you know how I feel about it. It's ties are stupid. They're not good for our game, it's trending in the right direction. Now they just have to let independents do what they want in overtime structure. So our home games and our road games all have to end after a 5-on-5 OT, which again is just dumb. The fans deserve better. Nobody pays good money, well-earned money, to come see a game and in a tie. It's that simple. But we're trending in the right direction.
Well, Coach, back to the trip, how much of a usable testament in recruiting is this that, kids could come to ASU and be able to have an experience like this to go overseas?
I mean, I think it's valuable. I think it probably helped a little bit with our freshmen that were maybe on the fence, but it's something we want to do every 4 years. It's going to be my goal as long as I'm here to do this and let a cycle of kids experience this every 4 years like you're allowed to do. So if the financial wherewithal allows that to be possible for us to do every 4 years, we're going to do it.
How are you feeling about the goalie situation?
Really good.
Starting to post.
It's really good. All three look good, and all three can play. They're all going to play over in China, and the goalie that helps us win, that we feel can help us win the most, is going to play. And we think we can win with all three, but I don't anticipate this being a goaltending by committee season at all. If somebody wins the net and takes the net and earns it, they're going to get it. All three are very capable, and we're excited to see what happens.
You've been able to see Max in action, correct?
Yep.
What have you liked just from him coming in as a grad transfer?
He's got a good presence to him. He's just a great kid in the locker room. He's already really, taken to his teammates and vice versa very well. But he has a presence in the net. He has a presence. He's big. He looks really big, and there's not a lot of net to shoot at, which is great. Really excited about him. And I know he's chomping at the bit for opportunity. He didn't get a lot of opportunity at BU because of who was there in front of him, a top 10 pick, and he's ready to go.
Last question.
Coach, are there any injuries or people that won't be making the trip due to injury?
Everybody's going to go. Obviously, the big player that we're not going to have on the trip is Como. For good reason. He's going to the World Junior Camp and hearing that opportunity, and it's a once in a lifetime deal for him and something he's worked for his entire career. So we're behind him 100% and excited for him. But other than that, we got Bally on the back end's nursing a little bit of a knee thing, so he's not going to play over there. Jax Murray is nursing an upper body injury that he came in with that we are aware about, so he's not going to play. But we expect right now, if all things go well over there, to be 100% healthy top to bottom for the start of the season.
You're in camp early this year. It's not a development camp for you. It's a Sun Devil camp. So how's it been the first couple of days?
It's been awesome. It's always an exciting time when you get to come here, and
meet all the new freshmen and, you know, just get things rolling again. Training can get pretty exhausting, especially when you're working this hard as we have been. So it's been awesome to get back on the ice, and it's almost just like a fresh jolt of energy.
Coach said that this trip was kind of a thank you, if you will, to this senior class, being his first real senior class to go to China. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Howard's talked to us, I think my sophomore year, about something possibly like this. So it's exciting, you know. I think only one of us on the team has ever been to China, and he's from there. But it's going to be such a cool experience, and we're all really looking forward to it.
So it's worth coming back to Tempe in 110 degrees to work out, to get prepared for it?
100% it is. I mean, I think there was 4 of us that stayed here voluntarily over the summer, so.
So tell me a little bit about this roster as compared to last year's. You ended last year on a high note. This year better?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. We have a lot of experience this year, especially you know, my class is seniors now. The class before me is juniors. So we've been through a lot of the thick of it. So I think we can bring that experience here, and you know, we have a really good group of freshmen that came in, so they're gonna help us immensely. And it's cool to see a competitive goaltending. You know, you got 3 goalies that all could potentially be #1 goalie for this team. So it's pretty cool to see. And yeah, we have an incredible team here. I'm excited to see what we do this year.
How much have expectations changed just from the fact that you made NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I think the goal is still the same this year. Just increase. You know, we have a board in our room that has all our goals, and I want to complete. My goal has been to fill that whole thing out by the time I'm graduated here, and in order to do that, we need to win a national championship. So that's our goal this year. You know, we want to go to the Frozen Four, and we want to win the Frozen Four, not just be a team that makes the tournament or has a successful year. We want to go all the way and take it all.
Why'd you decide to come back this year?
I think it's just a great opportunity. That pro jump it's a huge jump to make, and I think another year of college under my belt will do me great. And like I said, national championship was my goal coming into college, and that's attainable. And I could get to do it with 28 of my best friends and my brother as well. So that's something I'm never gonna get again in my life.
BRINSON, last year this team was driven by a really tight bond, and you guys had the ultimate brotherhood, and now welcoming in the new guys, how do you think that they're adjusting to that mindset that you guys have?
Yeah, I think they're gonna figure that out right away. I think they're already starting to figure it out how close this team is, just by, you know, like after practice yesterday, we had practice and we had video a couple hours later, and guys are hanging out in between. I think that just shows them like how tight this team is. We're more than just teammates. We're brothers. We're gonna be with each other 24/7, whether that's at the rink or not at the rink.
You talk about,
What would you like to get out of this trip, aside from the hockey part of it, just from the cultural, I get to go to China part?
Yeah, no, the cultural aspect is, personally, I'm looking so forward to walking on the Great Wall. That's something I've always dreamt of my whole life. But I think, not as a hockey standpoint, but just as like a friendship / brotherhood standpoint, like I really hope this trip really brings the team together. I know it will, but I think it's just going to take that huge step even more immensely before the year even starts, before the school year even starts. I think this team's going to be just so closely knitted that it'll be incredible to see.
What do you think this says about ASU being able to give you guys an experience like this, to go and experience something totally different than you ever had before?
Yeah, I think just it speaks to, you know, like how serious of a program ASU is. ASU hockey is going to be one of the top programs. I think it is one of the top programs in the country right now, and it just shows you like how serious we are here. You know, how many college teams get to go across the world to play hockey preseason against professional teams? Like, not too many, and we're given that opportunity here. It's going to help us develop and come together as a team and help us strive towards that national championship this year.
Kind of a follow-up on that, but Coach has talked about your pairing with Josh Maniscalco as being two of the best, if not the best combination in college hockey. How do you take that starting the season?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I love Josh. We love playing together. Like I just said last year, I've never loved playing with someone more than Josh. So we're both really excited. Me and Josh are D partners, but he's also one of my best friends on the team. He's probably the guy I hang out with most outside the rink. So I think that's just exciting. You know, I'm so excited to see what us as a team can do, and hopefully me and Josh can get a better plus minus than we did last year. You know, defense is our number one priority, and we believe that the best defense is, you know, don't let that puck get in your zone, stay in the offensive zone. So that's what we're going to try and do this year again.
More on your defensive group, that's a strong point for you guys this year. Talk about the experience that you guys now have going into the season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have me and Josh and Willie and Gorley, who played together all last year, which is huge. You know, it's always weird a little bit coming in and playing with someone you've never played with before. So I think to have, you know, two pairs already that have already had experience playing together, that's just going to do wonders for our D-core. But then, you know, we have some incredible freshmen coming in this year, really good defensemen. Semic, the 3 practices I've seen out of him, just very, very happy with what I see. Our coaches did a great job recruiting him, and Jack Judson just got in today. I'm really excited to see. I've heard great things about him. And then we have Guido and Stu as well back there, which they're very solid defensemen. You know, they 100% be everyday lineup kind of guys. So not only do we have competitive goalies, we have competitive D-core too, where all 9 of us can get in. Oh yeah, and then Max Balance and like really stud defensemen. So yeah, it's gonna be a battle every night getting in the lineup for all 9 of us.
You talk about your trip to San Jose this year for their development camp. How was it different than the other ones, and how did it phase you?
Yeah, I think it definitely was a bit different this year. It was my 4th development camp, so I remember my first one, how nervous I was. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. So I think being able to go to my 4th one, it just helps with the nerves and allows me to feel more comfortable. And having my brother alongside there with me, I think my parents haven't told me, but I'm pretty sure as soon as we got off the phone with them and told them that we were both going there, I'm pretty sure they hung up and started bawling their eyes out. Like, it was a dream for them and us to play juniors together, and then that became even a far greater dream when we got to play college together, and then even past that far greater dream when we got to go to a development camp together. So it was a great experience.
So was there a lot of pressure on you personally from professional teams that wanted you to sign, or was it something that you just kind of said, hey, I'm coming back, and that's it?
There was definitely some interest with getting some offers to leave for sure, but like I said, I had that feeling in my heart where this is the right place to be for this next year, and like I said, my goal coming into ASU was win a national championship, and it started by building that culture, and we have that culture down now. So now it's time to take it all, and that's why I think a lot of us came back. There were some other guys who had some offers too, but they decided to come back as well because they have that one goal in mind too.
Well, Peter, it's year 2 for you, but really year 1 since the redshirt year. So tell me how excited you are about not only playing with this team, but getting a chance to go to your home country and play.
Just very excited. I mean, it's been a year for me to play, so like getting the opportunity to play in the first place, it's like really exciting for me. Being like just playing in front of, having the opportunity to play in front of my family, that just makes it even more exciting for me. And so.
What can you tell your teammates about what they can expect over there?
Well, it's going to be a totally different experience over there. They've been asking me a lot of questions, but I think they're going to love it. They're going to love the food, the culture, and it's going to be a great bonding experience for us, I think.
Coach said you've made a couple of trips now. You went back home and then came back here for the camp, and now you'll be going back again. So you getting your legs under you yet?
Yeah, I decided to come back here about 10 days earlier before our training camp started, just to, get over jet lag and kind of get my legs going a little bit so I can be prepared and, just get ready for the trip.
So for Sun Devil fans that haven't seen you on the ice yet in game action, what's your style? What kind of game are you going to bring?
I think I'm going to bring a lot of energy to the team. Just go out there, do what I can, try to be physical, just try to make everything count, make my shifts count this year.
Has anything felt different for you? You guys coming back around this time around, and you entering a second year of collegiate experience. What are some differences that you felt this far?
Kind of after going through everything last year, just kind of had more experience, just knew what I was doing right away, whether it's on the ice or off the ice if we're doing the testing. So in the summer I knew how to prepare the right way to have success in this camp. So.
What's the level of competition like for the forward group inside the locker room this year?
I think we have a really deep roster, so it's going to be super competitive. You can see that. You can see that yesterday during the scrimmage, everyone was really battling out there for a spot, and it's just some really good guys. New guys, whether it's transfers or new freshmen, they're just really good guys.
It's kind of crazy to you, just the idea of going back to China with your college team. I mean, you probably couldn't have imagined that it would turn out this way.
Yeah, it was like I had no idea that we were going in the first place. Once they told me, I was like, wow, this is gonna be pretty crazy. Just going halfway around the world to play some games and in a country where hockey isn't as popular as it is in North America. So yeah, it's definitely pretty crazy.
Is the plan for you to
Winter
still?
Olympics is coming, though.
Yeah.
So, can you feel, do you think there's going to be more interest building in winter sports?
Yeah,
As it gets closer?
I think so. I think they're really trying to build on this whole hockey thing over there. Whether they just got that new KHL team a few years ago, and they have a couple farm teams to the whole system, and they're trying to really promote it out there. They're building a lot of rinks, and kids are starting to play hockey. So.
Do you know what the plan for you is to still suit up for the Chinese national team? I know there's been a little shifting of the schedule going on for exhibitions and whatnot.
Yeah, it's just all of a sudden I thought the original plan was I was going to play on the Chinese national team against my own team here, the Sun Devils. But I think it's going to be better because I'll get a chance to play with my own team against some really good pro teams over there. So I think that'll really raise our team chemistry. So yeah.
How many family and friends do you expect to be?
Everywhere. I'm sure they all know by now, so I don't even know. It'd be really nice. It'd be awesome for everyone to show up.
So do you know the whole travel schedule, where you're going to be playing at and how far it'll be from, say, your hometown and things like that?
Yeah, it's actually 10 minutes away from my house.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be pretty cool. I'm sure my immediate family will be there at least, and then some friends. Like, we all know where the rink is, and I played there a few times, so it's a pretty cool facility. And
What are the questions that that your teammates are asking you? What do they want to know?
They're wondering a lot about the currency exchange, or that's like a big thing people are asking me, or the language situation, and just what are we gonna do there for the most part. We're wondering about the Great Wall, just sightseeing, just lots of culture stuff.
They ask about food too.
Yeah, food. A lot of them are used to the American Chinese food, and I just tell them that's that's kind of below us. And I think they're gonna love the food over there. So
You're gonna make it up the Great Wall first.
I don't know. I've only been there once actually. I had a chance to go. I could have had a chance to go, but I decided not to this year because I'll be going with my team, and it's kind of a hike out there. So.
Last question.
Gonna make it an easy one for you. You got a new guy in the training room / locker room now, and Al. How are things going with the new Labrador?
Oh my gosh, he's like he just breaks my heart. Honestly, he's like the cutest dog. He's still in his puppy stage, you know. So you know, we gotta cherish these moments with him. So he's still nibbling on people's gear and stuffing his head in garbage cans. So yeah.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Dude.